Hello there. My name is excuse me. My name is Roger Fothergill, and I should be in Africa at the moment, in Uganda, sharing with the lovely people there the stories of Jesus from the Gospels, which I love. I've been a Christian over 50 years now, and I've always loved these passages in the Gospels, which um, like put a floodlight onto the Lord and show him in his glory, the way he met people, the way he met people who are very often not in a good place, and like you and me can be sometimes. And he had compassion, he had time for people. I've uploaded quite a number of stories from the Gospels onto YouTube, and I'm in danger of repeating them here. But one of my favorites too is found in Mathew chapter 15 and verse 21, the faith of the Canaanite woman. And usually when I speak in Africa, I know these stories so well I can speak them out without referring to reading the scriptures word for word. But as I've got the opportunity of having the Bible in front of me here, I might as well stick to the accuracy of the scriptures. Leaving that place, Jesus withdrew to the region of Tyre and Sidon. A Canaanite woman from that vicinity came to him crying out, "Lord, Son of David, have mercy on me. My daughter is suffering terribly from demon possession." Now you notice the way this lady addresses Jesus, "Lord, Son of David." She's from the region of Tyre and Sidon. She's one of them. You know, she's not one of us. She's one of them outside of the area. She's not from Palestine or the Jewish area. She's one of them. And yet she knows who Jesus is. And you and I, if we know who Jesus is, Lord, the Son of David, the Messiah, the Son of God, totally divine and totally human, we know that. That's a long way going to our finding him as Saviour as well, and all he's done for us. So she says, "Lord, Son of David, have mercy on me. My daughter is suffering terribly from demon possession." Jesus did not answer a word. So his disciples came to him and urged him, "Send her away. She keeps on crying out to us." That's so typical of many of us believers. Let's just get rid of the problem. This person is driving us up the wall. Just get rid of the problem. I've had situations in my life where I've been rather annoyed by, I can think of one example, by a person who came to me and spoke to me, and I could smell alcohol. And I just prayed and said, "Lord, take this person away. I've got other things to do here." And I eventually discovered that this person wasn't actually he'd been a pastor in a church. There'd been a big church split, and he'd left and taken to drink a little bit. It wasn't too bad. And, I discovered, and the truth of the situation was, he pulled out a very well thumbed New Testament, and I could see he knew his scriptures. And I said to him in the end, I said, "What are you doing away from the Lord? Come back to him. Don't let other people take away your joy. If you're a believer, other people can cause you discouragement and whatnot, and you end up leaving the church." Anyway, the long and short of that story is that this guy actually came back to the church and was reinstated. As far as I know, he's a pastor again. And other people came back to the church because they had also been upset by what was going wrong. And the lovely part about that story is there's me saying, "Lord, take this man away. He's just an absolute nuisance." And this is the situation here. The disciples come to Jesus and say, "Oh, get rid of her. She's just causing problems." Jesus answered, "I was sent only to the lost sheep of Israel." The woman came and knelt before him. See, this so often happens in the Gospels. People come to Jesus, they kneel before him. Jairus, a synagogue ruler, kneels in front of Jesus. A leper came and knelt before Jesus. So many people, they know who he is. He's the Lord, he's the King of Kings, the Lord of glory. And so she comes and kneels before him. She says, "Lord, help me." Just encourage you to keep your prayers simple to God. "Lord, help me. I'm in that situation at the moment over an issue. Lord, help me. Please help me." He replied, "It is not right to take the children's bread and toss it to their dogs. Jesus is on the edge here of appearing to insult her. He's almost implying that she's one of the dogs. The lovely thing about Jesus is he understands each one of us, and he knows how we can respond to situations. Some people would have been really hurt with this kind of approach. And some of you watching this now, you'd be very hurt if Jesus had that approach with you. But there are others of us who are a little bit more thick-skinned, and we can take an elbow from the Lord. And I remember once I was about to preach in a prison in the Congo, and we couldn't go in because there'd been a riot in the prison, and I was feeling quite scared. And so I prayed. I said, Lord, I'm not feeling happy about this. I'm rather fearful. And the Lord said to me, well, what is your name? I said, well, my name is Roger. He said, what does it mean? Well, I know what it means. It means valiant soldier or famous spear. And I told him that, and he said to me, well, go and be one then. And we have to be who we are. And some of us can take a little bit more of a ribbon from the Lord than others. So he says to her, he replies, not right to take the children's bread and toss it to their dogs. Yes, Lord, she said, but even the dogs eat the crumbs that fall from their master's table. Oh, what a tremendous answer. She's not being put off here. She's not going to be turned away. And she says, well, even the dogs eat the crumbs that fall from the master's table. In other words, the overflow from you, Lord, once you've spent your time with your people and blessed them, I'm in for some of this too. Terrific. Then Jesus answered, woman, you have great faith. Your request is granted. And her daughter was healed from that very hour. I think it's a beautiful story. And we see there Jesus just in his beautiful light, and he knows how to treat each one of us as individuals. I'll finish there, and more stories to come. Bless you. Hope you're well.